Game day one of the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2021. A warm welcome from Yaoundé, Cameroon to all our viewers. Earlier on today, we saw Senegal take on Guinea and Mali comfortably defeating Tunisia in Group C and D respectively. For the third game of the day, it's the Group A matchup of the hosts Cameroon against the Lionesses of Kenya. And as the hosts of the 26th AfroBasket edition, Cameroon with Usher Komugisha. Usher, Cameroon finished at 10th place at the last AfroBasket, but hosts have a history of performing very well at tournaments. Does Cameroon have the personnel this year to get a podium finish?
Well, it's interesting you say that they finished 10th and now playing at home. You expect that playing in familiar territory and also in front of their fans should give them an edge, of, especially in this. And on the screen there is G, who is one of the players coming back to this tournament. The other 9 players are newcomers, debutants. You have Ramses Lonlak, who is the star player of this team. Then you have G. Obviously, the rest of the players are trying to get into this tournament. Alexandra Green, the point guard, and also the leader from the backcourt.
And Kenya's lineup being named as they come onto the floor. And as the gym starts to kind of slowly fill up here, we're expecting a very interesting matchup between these two sides. Kenya, who upset Egypt as the one team of the Zone 5 region in Kigali at the Zone 5 qualifiers, are here after a complete reshuffle of the team. I think there are only 3 players from the previous Lioness squad that are here at this tournament. We have a lot of fresh blood, and one name you have to stands out among the rest is Victoria Reynolds, American-based, and she really carried Kenya team high in Kigali for the qualifiers.
Well, obviously, Victoria Reynolds, who was named the MVP, most valuable player in the Zone 5 qualifiers, was very honored to cover that tournament and to see her, you know, beautiful display of basketball, and also trying to name. I understand that her father played for Kenya in the very past, and now she's, you know, on the stage, the biggest on the African continent, and ready to make history for her family and the country of Kenya.
Speaking of history, Cameroon, as I said earlier, who finished 10th place in last year's AfroBasket. They've struggled trying to get back to and have the right personnel to greater and greater height.
Ladies and gentlemen, we start by Kenya National Anthem. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, national of Cameroon.
Strong to Kenya. It's those small signs of sportsmanship that make this so enjoyable. And those are the referees on your screen: Nadege Zuzu, Saber from Tunisia, and Cote d'Ivoire.
Yes, obviously Nadege Zuzu is one of the best referees on the African continent, from Cote d'Ivoire, being the crew chief. And now we have the 5, obviously.
That's a strong starting 5. Good balance. Of course, they're definitely missing the presence of Felmas Koranga, who was not available for this tournament, and she was mentioned to the All-Star 5. That's Coach George Mayenga on your screen. First time he takes on the national team assignment for a tournament at this level, so I'm sure he's certainly feeling the pressure. But I can, you said that you can see it when teams start, and the look in the eyes of Kenya look and steady. It's a starting 5 for Cameroon: Alexander Green from America, Marguerite Efa, the vet, Gutue. Like a strong starting 5, of course, Karine Gukub and Sandra Waleji, daughter of former national team player Conrad Waleji. That's another strong starting 5 for Cameroon. Again, the coach on your screens there, Coach Ahmed
Bombo Joya, who was formerly assistant to Natosha Cummings-Price, who was the first female coach at the women's AfroBasket. And interesting to see the fans coming out to support their team. And the music, it's a good vibe inside the stadium here.
I like it, Usher. I think we're in for a very competitive and good game today. We saw the first 2 games were blowout games with points differentials 50 points and above. I have a feeling we won't necessarily see that tonight. Looking at the history between Cameroon and Kenya, they last played against each other in 2013, and in that Cameroon won very decisively. But earlier in 2007, Cameroon played Kenya and just a slight 4-point victory. And I think we might be in for a treat of a close game.
It is definitely going to be a close game. A lot has happened since 2013 when the 2 teams last played each other. But you being a former captain of Kenya and looking at the side there talking before they get on the court, what do you think Rose Ouma, captain of Kenya, is thinking right now? What is she telling her teammates?
Rose Ouma is definitely a veteran player. She's been in the game for a very long time. She's played at the highest levels, not just on the continent, but also in America when she played college ball. So she's no stranger to high pressure moments, and she's no stranger to leadership. I think that she has really taken into the role of captain as a team. I've seen her constantly talking to the ladies, making sure they're all in the space, and they have a strong friendship. That's one thing I've really noticed about this particular women's national team. If you look at the social media page, they're constantly dancing, constantly having a good time, whether it's practice, whether it's on the way to practice. They're just having good vibes, and I think that hopefully should translate to the action on the floor, that chemistry.
Well, obviously, it's very important to know that it gives Kenya an edge that they played qualifiers, and in there lies much of the to see a couple of changes that made to this team in terms of how they approach both offense and defense from what we saw in the qualifiers, and really looking at the starting five. It's interesting to see the side game, but also you know that games involving Kenya and Cameroon in any sport are physical, so we should expect to see a very fast-paced game, a very detailed game. Intense is the name of the game. You know, Natalie Akinyi is one to bring pressure on the ball, whether she has the ball or not.
I think Cameroon, Vilma, she played in your home country, Uganda. She performed as well as offensive and defensive end, great awards, and also in that role.
Obviously, Victoria Reynolds, she knows that this is her moment to shine, but also she has to play with her teammates, because once you name VP, to see how can we stop them, how can we is going to come on.
We have the tip-off. Hello once again, everybody, to Yaoundé, Cameroon, for Game 3 of the first day of FIBA Women's. And Kenya doing a good job of making it very difficult. You can see Wanyama and Owino battling in the side as well. Here comes Akinyi, Wangale rather, with Wangale to try and find Owino. Owino manages to get the ball up and over Hermine Goutué, and she'll get on the board.
We usually speak about how important it is for a player when they score, and how that gives them so much motivation to go on defense. And you can see Vilma getting that confidence on the other end of the court. She just got the rebound and passed the ball to Natalie Mwangale.
Mwangale looking at options. Reynolds now in the wing. Kicks it out to Otieno for the three-point shot. Bounces around. 4 points for Kenya, taking an early 5 points for Kenya in the first quarter. And Cameroon trying to get something working here. Green kicks it out to the wing. Lonlak trying to dish it to Hermine. And Lonlak was not present at last year's AfroBasket. She was growing her family. And it's good to have her back on the floor. She's an immense talent and iconic player for Cameroon.
Look at that beautiful three-pointer from Melissa. She'll be proud that it finally, got inside the hoop.
Buchuel on the way up, and she'll get to go to the line and shoot two.
Tough start to this game, and we'll be expecting Ngeko to convert so that they can get something onto that scoreboard. And she misses her first shot. Oh man.
We've seen different responses to how you handle adrenaline and that kind of energy as
and there it is. Point for Cameroon at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2021.
Reynolds dish. Vilma from the baseline, it's good.
And trust so far from Vilma. You spoke about there it is. Good basket from Mrs. Lonlak, playing at her 6th women's basket. What a talent. She made her debut 10 years ago in 2011.
Options, gets it to Wanyama. Wanyama tries to go all the way, kiss off the glass. Kenya being also efficient today with their 9th point here in the first. Cameroon on the other side. Green, this time, all the way straight to the hoop. She saw lane and she took.
And now we have a game because Cameroon have warmed up and they're scoring.
Wanyama, nice shot, fake, elbow shot. Reynolds almost with the rebound. And Lonlak is going to push the ball on the other end. She decides to take it all the way. Can't get that one to fall. Otieno puts the speed on. Reynolds back to Otieno. Otieno fouled on the way up.
That was an attempt on an assist for Victoria because she knows when she gets the ball, she'll pull in the defense and she can dish that. And under the basket, it'll be easy. Look at Alexandra Green. Brilliant, brilliant finish. And you can see a player who understands the game, knows how to read the situation, and it worked for her. Melissa missing on the line. She should be able to finish those ones easy.
Puts Kenya with a 5-point lead now. Point guard Alexandra bringing the ball up now. Gets it to Effa. Back to Lonlak. Buchwe with a screen. Lonlak gets bottled up.
Traffic. There is traffic in the paint. Passes. Defense, solid communication, talking to each other, and that's the intensity that I always expect from a Kenyan team.
Great to see good basketball always. Regardless of the team right now, it's Kenya's possession. Lock comes out as Marina Ewodo checks in.
2 fouls for Lonlak. That's not impressive for the Cameroon captain. She'll take a rest and probably come back later to stable the ship.
Wangale out to Reynolds. Reynolds loses the ball. And Reynolds looks like she's looking for that foul call. And I say, when you get at this level, you can't be talking to the refs. You can't be expecting the call, especially at this level of tournaments.
Exactly, and know that as the MVP of qualifiers, everyone is looking at her and trying to make sure that she doesn't score. Brilliant three-pointer there from Weleji, daughter of a legend.
Wangale with the answer, can't get it to fall.
Effa with a very good rebound outlet to Alexandra Green.
And let's see what Green decides. She gets it into the post. Nice turnaround mid-range jumper, but she can't get that one to go. And you can see Kenya now trying to push the ball a bit more in transition. Reynolds, she's bumped, manages to get the ball up and earns a trip to the line. And that's a good job drawing in the foul.
When you look at that closely, she knew the contact was going to be there, and yet she went there. And that is good attitude, because you have to try and get yourself to the free throw line and get those easy baskets. It is a very close three-point game so far. And Victoria converts 12 for Kenya, 8 for the hosts, Cameroon.
Alexander bringing the ball up now. And she kills it for Green. We have a shot attempt from Marina Ewodo, rebounded by Wanyama. Now here comes Wangale. She's seeing the open to kick it out for Reynolds. Reynolds draws the defense, fakes and tries to go up, doesn't get the shot. Here comes Ewodo. Decides to slow down the possession. And you see her control traffic. She is ducking and weaving through the defenders. Sandra Weleji! Good dribble, Jay. Weleji. See if she gets a chance to go to the free throw line. Weleji with the first free throw. And she has a chance to make this a 2-point game, as they stay just within reach of Kenya.
This is going to be an interesting game. And like you said, a little bit different from what we saw earlier today, the first two games of the tournament. Every possession counts here. And
I love to see a point guard who can play. And it's now tie game with 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Otieno gets it to Owino. Owino to Mwangale. Mwangale decides to take the three-point shot. Too strong. Mercy Wanyama, big rebound. She goes. Nice soft touch by Mercy Wanyama, the player from AD Cortegara, this team in Spain. She was at AfroBasket's last tournament.
very
Ewodo.
interesting.
Kicks. Knocks down the long distance three. Her first field goal for this game.
She's been quietly doing, some dirty work in the paint, trying to get those screens in, play good defense, and finally she's been rewarded on offense, and she definitely feels good about that.
And we'll have a substitution. One Rose Ouma, the captain of Kenya, checks back in. We have a timeout call. 1 point game here with just over 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Let's head onto the floor and hear what Coach Mayanga has to tell the Lionesses.
Keep on going, but it has to be a bounce back. They are taller, so we are good. Now, who is here? in case of anything happen. Hapana, I'm talking about the three. 1, 2, Nate, Uyuna, Namedis. You have a lot of one-on-one. That's why the guards are really working hard to kill the ball because they know if you can kill it, they have nothing. So already. But Ujaman Anna Sitaja, Anna said, who is there? Who is there? Who is there contesting that shot? 3 of their shots we did not contest, and that's the thing. So,
Kenya have led throughout this quarter, but we've seen some great plays from the Cameroonian side. Alexandra Green, who has taken matters into her own hands. She's such a great playmaker, but knows how to, take control and put herself on the scoring board as well.
And that's the thing about being versatile at this level. She can, create for her teammates, but when there's a chance, why not? Because also for the defense, which is Kenya in this case, they need to know that she's lethal with or without the ball.
Checking into the game for Kenya as well, Brenda Wasuda, Victoria Reynolds getting a lot of defensive pressure. And lack of awareness there, shot clock, a violation. Ball will go the other end for Cameroon. Alexandra gets it to Waleji. Introducing us to some international basketball.
That was smooth. Alexandra, beauty to watch. And we will see more of her, and she gets a standing ovation from the crowd who appreciate her effort.
That's really what makes or breaks. Wanyama almost losing the ball. She's getting some tight defense, and she's going to try and draw that foul. Good job from her. They're going to call the foul on Kwog. Karine Kwog. Kenya are now in the bonus. As we have a substitution from the Kenya camp, Wangale back into the game as Melissa Otieno has a seat.
She needs to take a break. And Natalie, as you know her, always bringing good energy and vibes to the team. Masi Wanyama converting on the charity line.
And we had predicted this would be a close game. Again, Wanyama with an opportunity, and yes, she does take it to make this a one-point game. Once again, Cameroon now in the lead. And you can see it's a nice move from Kwog. Kick it out for Ewodo with a beautiful three-point shot. Marina Iwodo playing at the top league. Brenda Wasuda too strong off the glass. And we've talked a lot about finishing power here, Usher, in the earlier games. As we see another attempted three-point shot. Iwodo with the rebound. And Cameroon maintain the possession. Koyok, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense from Kenya, but they'll call the foul.
Well, very smart play there from Ngoyok. She knew that time was running up and she just had to get into the traffic. And look at that beautiful shot. And the bench loved every minute. Well done, Iwodo.
They know what she's capable of. You know, she plays in France's top league, and they know that she is an elite player.
And that's the beauty about this tournament. You get everyone coming in from across the world to just play for their countries. And like you said earlier, most of these players, they know each other. They've been playing against each other all season long. And now it's time to, you know, face each other and see which is the best team on the continent.
Cameroon slowly creeping away at the bottom of the first. 5-point lead. Wangale looking at options. They're going to call the foul on Merveille Koyok. Reached in Koyok, who was named the league MVP here. She's one of the homegrown players, but recently got a scholarship to play in Cincinnati.
Exactly, and you know, 1 month ago, so for her to come back, this is very special for her, and also really a success story to say that you can play at home, be very good, get an education, you know, through a scholarship, and to show that, you know, you can come back and play for your country and just generally shine and encourage other young girls and women who are looking for such opportunities.
Going to have a whistle on the floor.
She called the line. She stepped on the line.
And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Cameroon, who started off trailing, now have a lead by 5 points. And those are the score lines on your screen. Cameroon 21, Kenya 17.
Very impressive recovery there for the host team. They started slow, but they'll be proud of how they bounced back, got into their rhythm, and now they're starting to feel that, you know, host team advantage, with the crowd understanding that they need to support them and cheerlead them. And it is a beautiful thing. So there you go. You have the fans who've come out on a rainy day, by the way, in Cameroon. But it's been a good show of basketball so far.
Messi Otieno, who scored a three-pointer early in the game. Kenya had a comfortable, not a comfortable, but they had a good lead to start off the game at 5 points to 0. And Cameroon then came alive. And I think that comes at the hands of none other than that lady on your screen, Alexandra Green. She's so composed. She's such an intelligent point guard who knows when to take it to the hoop and when to get other teammates involved. Cameroon are also shooting 50% from beyond the arc. And while the 2 points field goal percentage has been about the same as Kenya, Cameroon are looking very good from three-point land.
Well, obviously, looking at that, now you have to wonder, what are the coaches saying to the players? If you are a judge, what exactly do you tell the Lionesses of Kenya?
The first thing I would say is don't panic. You know, you lose the lead and you start to panic, and yet the game is still very much in the early stages. They just need to play the game that they know and the game that they've been trained to play. I think I would have a separate conversation with Reynolds and tell her, listen, teams have scouted you. and they saw what you did in the Zone 5 qualifiers, you're not going to have any easy buckets in this particular tournament, so don't expect to get them. But I will also tell her that it's important for her to step up and help with the offensive
line.
Cameroon. It's a good effort from her. Ewodo will inbound the ball. Effa gets it up top to Alexandra. Goodness,
That was beautiful to see.
picked out everybody.
To the court after we do the games. Absorb the energy.
Put it in our lives.
Brenda, she has a chance to correct what happened earlier. Let's see if she can convert.
She does. 18 points for Kenya. And she can bring this back to a 2-point game. 2 clutch free throws for Brenda Wasuda.
Brilliant, brilliant finish there. And now we have a game. This is far from over. And that's what we've been looking for all day. A closely contested game that brings out the best from both sides. And the front court, on the back court.
Ewodo! Count it!
Wow.
Marina
She is
Ewodo.
incredible.
The arc, my goodness.
So now you have a competitor, Nyang.
Yes, we do. Oma has a shot at it. Get that one to go either, but Kenya stay with the by Marina Ewodo, and Kenya are going to have to
They have to do so much. Foul on Victoria Reynolds. And Cameroon will walk away with Effa. Effa on the ball. She gives it to Alexandra Green.
Alexandra doing what she does best. She's analyzing the floor. Gets to Effa. Effa to Ermin Gueko. It's good help defense. But they'll call the foul on Brenda was beaten cleanly. You can see
In paint. For one, you have. And there it is, Christina Kenya with the steal. Gives it to Mwangale.
Wangali tries to go way in. Unsuccessful. Natalie Wangali with excellent steal. Gets it to Suda. And Kenya slow. Team nice to get it out. away, and here comes Alexandra and Cameroon to extend a 5-point lead. Ewodo kicks it out. It's to Wangale. Christina wide open in the
And now Cameroon paint.
right place at the right time, and great finish from Erkin Guchue. Christina Kinyo on the
They celebrate.
Alexandra dancing defense. You know, making sure that she had her pivot foot planted, wound her way around 3 defenders.
Well, for a player of her size, she knows that every time she gets the ball, she's going to have 3 defenders on her. So she has to make sure that she makes the right decision and it's walk so that she can have a chance on the free throw line.
And 2 great free throws to extend this lead to 7 points for Cameroon. Shots off. That's in this second quarter.
Look at that.
Excellent shot from Christina Kinyi. And it's always great to see bench players contributing offensively.
You talk about bench players. I want to talk about the ability to use the... Like, how do you get that, you know, accurately? You must have done some mathematics somewhere.
Practice, practice, practice.
So there are no shortcuts there. You have to practice.
Gukwog. Wangale decides to take that 3-point shot, in and out. Alexandra down the other end. Back out for 2 points, and Cameroon managed to keep it alive with the offensive rebound. This time Waleji, no. Big rebound, Marine Ewodo.
Fantastic from Ewodo. She's been a lot in this game, and you have to give it up to her. And on the other side, Christine Akinyi. She scored 4 points quick from those rebounds. So Cameroon have to be careful.
But again, it's a situation of you can't celebrate for too long. And Kenya were slow on that recovery defense. As I'm not sure who Mangale was looking to pass to. Owino definitely had her back to her. Hermine now in the paint, and that's where you don't want to have her. But they'll call a foul on Hermine Guchue. Shuffled her feet a little bit, was 3 Kenyan defenders, made it very difficult. And I think, Usher, that the best way to solve that is just to make sure Ngweko does not get in position. Because once you find her right there,
and players know, literally 4 of them came around. And it worked in their favor. So timeout for Kenya. Has got to say.
Nine-point game here as the host. Ewodo having an outstanding game. She is well on her way to double digits here. Leading scorer for Cameroon. 4 minutes, 31 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. It's a fast-paced game. And a lot of good energy here for the Cameroonian side. Owino kicks it out to Mwangale. Mwangale in the wing. Gets it to Okumu. And they have to be aware of the shot clock. It's down to 5 now. Okumu decides to fire! Great two-pointer from Celine Okumu.
Celine Okumu, a veteran player who understands what it means to play at this level. Very good for the Lionesses. As Kenya looks down.
Now Kenya struggling a bit to balance the floor. Ngale spin move and the runner. Can't get it to go.
Rebound there.
It's a big rebound from Dulcie Fankam.
Fankam. Welaji for the three-pointer. She misses it. Fankam with the rebound, but passes it to Velma. To Vilma, who has an outlet within.
Oh, Celine, shocking everyone. Matters into her own hands, drive down the center lane. And you take a look at, she saw the space and she took it.
Beautiful. And now we have a very, very good game on our hands as the coach of Cameroon, Mbombo Njoya, calls for a timeout.
Let's head on the floor. Adjustments Cameroon will make.
When we get the ball, we play too fast. We cannot play fast every time. We cannot play fast every time. We have to keep the ball. Okay, keep the ball. Let the play. Play. Our defense behind us. We play 2 or 3. What?
Njoya telling his players to go and be calm with the ball, and Eduardo there with 10 and 4 rebounds. Impressive from the France best player, who's having a good tournament so far, shooting behind the arc, but also playing good defense. And now she's resting on the bench as Cameroon look to maintain that lead, take it possession by possession, swing that ball, pass, pass.
One pass too many, perhaps.
Second on the clock.
And you have to, many passes are good, but not too many. Christine Akinyi, my goodness, how did she catch that ball? Athletic.
She comes from the country of the flying wet. Say that? Or is that cliche for the Maasai?
It's cliche. As a Maasai, I'll tell you now it's cliche.
Well, knowing that you don't fly or what?
Effa. Nice stroke from Effa.
You know, Effa once in a while comes in with a big three-pointer that just changes, you know, the look of the game. And that's what she just did. That's her second one, and it has come at a very timely moment in the game. Good rebound there from Vilma.
Oh, she fakes the pass, goes back in. 2 points for Vilma Owino.
What a player.
She is indeed. And we had talked about it earlier. Kenya are going to have to rely on other players for scoring power. Vilma Owino, one of those who have stepped into that role. Oh, that's a good pass into the post to a cutting Karine Gukwog. And she's fouled as she goes up. She'll go to the line as Reynolds, Wanyama, and Melissa Ochino check back into the game.
What would you think about the rotation that Coach George has done so far with the Lionesses? Are you impressed?
I'm okay with it. I'm really glad he's giving Christina Akinyi playing time. You know, she's one of the younger players, but has been doing so well in this game, and I think her confidence will build with the more playing time she gets. I'm glad that we're seeing good output from the bench players, and he just made a good call in getting out the players that he did, because you could see Vilma Owino, the fatigue starting to check in. So I would say I'm happy with the rotation so far for the Kenya side. Oh, that was a good battle in the paint. And it was Dulcie Fankam who finished that play. Reynolds now at the wing. Kicks it out to Christine Akinyi. Akinyi tries to do the same move, and this time it's not good. They're going to call an offensive foul on Dulcie Fankam. Is a beast of a player, Usher.
Yes, she is. Her size in that paint is amazing. It has been helpful for the team. There's a long way to go, and you have to give he was consistent on 6-point game with
Great play, she was shit.
there is so much pressure inside the paint, even though
Koyok trying to put final buzzer. She was not able to do it, and it is a 6-game here. at the Palace. The halftime scores: Cameroon 39, Kenya 33. There's going to be a lot more game action in a few, Usher, but I think that this has been the most exciting game that we've watched so far. Taking a look at some of the stats there, it's pretty evenly matched. 40% Cameroon from 2 points, 46% for Kenya. I would say Cameroon are shooting much better from the three at 58%. But look at the rebounds there. Both teams are rebounding very well. Looking at the steal situation, pretty much evenly matched. And even in terms of the scores, you have Wanyama leading for Kenya 8 points, Ewodo the 10. And I think they're two evenly matched sides. We're going to have a good second half on our hands. Let's take a short break. We'll be back with more action. Again, Cameroon 39, Kenya 33 points.
break. And oh, behind the back, we've seen it all from her, folks. She is utterly brilliant. It is a one-woman highlight reel. The heady. Nigeria getting her out of the game. And now, turnover, and it leads to another Kalu layup. So full court pressure. Vega, she's got to launch it. She does. Did she call glass? Did she call window? The bank is open. Oh, behind the back. The crowd loves it. Oh, yeah! Bank it in. What a play. See if that brings her to life. Senegal's on the run. They've got numbers. 4-1. Traore pulls up and hits a three. And she is fouled. Unbelievable. Foul by Adebekwe, who was running past. And suddenly, out of nowhere, Senegal.
Walked this land for a long time. We know we've gone, and we're sure of how far we can go. Unity is not just a word here. It's not just a spirit in this sport. It's the way we all move. We are proud of our art, country, family, language, and culture. We are united by basketball.
Welcome to FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022.
If you're just joining us, it's a West African versus East African matchup of Cameroon against Kenya. Marine Ewodo had an excellent first half, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist for her, leading across that board for Cameroonian side, and she has been so confident from beyond the arc, but playing excellent basketball here in Yaoundé. For Kenya, Wanyama has been phenomenal. Really, the front court has been actually quite impressive. Seeing Christina Kenya as well, leading in points, 6 points for her, and as you can see on your screen, 4 rebounds. Wangale, 2 assists. The point guard making sure that she's distributing the ball well. And so far, been an entertaining game. They are quite evenly matched when it comes to almost everything. Usher, I would say this is the most evenly matched team that we've seen so far. Match day 1 here at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket. But what do Cameroon need to do to that gap so that they can be comfortable and to win this game?
Well, it just has to go to what they're saying. He was emphasizing that let's possession at a time, and not all the time that they have to be quick to shoot. They need to, you know, pass the ball, run those plays, because the plays, they always work, and that consistency is what he's looking for. But this is coming from a team that is ordinarily known for not being consistent for years. I guess that's why they took the tough decision to have young players come into the side, because here you have only 3 players on the 12 roster team that have played at this level. So 9 debutants are playing here in this tournament, and it's showing. But
yes, Cameroon dug deep into their diaspora bag to make sure they were able to bring in some elite Cameroonian talent from around the world. And I think once they figure it out and get into that rhythm, you know, the team trained in Istanbul for several weeks before coming back to Cameroon to acclimatize. And I think once that rhythm, they will be off to the races, and certainly a middle bracket team here.
And obviously, very big kudos to the Federation President of FIBA Samuel Duku, for giving the same treatment as he did to the men, to the women, giving them proper training camp in Istanbul. And really, you can see this is a team that has been together for some time. And obviously Kenya, who played those qualifiers in Kigali and have made only 1 chance, with Ivy Opicho replacing the incredible Felmas Koranga, who comes from a legendary family of sports superstars, with his brother Okal Koranga playing at the AfroBasket just a few weeks ago for the Kenya Morans. But no problem, there's always a chance. There's another chance for Felmas to play and represent her country at the highest level. And I think that wherever she is in the US, she is watching and she is proud of the Lionesses.
I believe so as well. And it's always good to see how a team adjusts to not having a star player on the squad. It's always exciting. It's exciting to see and fills in that gap. And we've seen some great play from Mercy Owino and Christine Akinyi there at the front court, making sure they get involved. It's been a quiet night for Victoria Reynolds, who just has 2 points in this game, no rebounds, and tough time adjusting to the fact that her opponents have scouted her.
It's interesting you say that, but I want to also say that her first game in the qualifiers, when Kenya played against Rwanda, she had a very quiet game. So it's a thing that, you know, she gets onto the court, reads the opposition, tries to do the other little things that are not really on the stats sheet as she grows into the tournament. So I think that it's too early for us to sort of, you know, be hard on her. I think she'll come back stronger. She's a very smart player who understands the game of basketball. To get into this one and perhaps get the victory.
Melissa Otieno too strong on that three-pointer. Reynolds with the offensive rebound. Kicks it back to Otieno. Otieno to Akinyi. Akinyi with the one dribble. And it's too short. You can see Effa spinning the ball in. And you do not want to allow her position. We've talked about it before, Usher. You cannot allow the Cameroonian bigs to get in position at the low post. I think you're going to have to definitely take a look at that. Either have front the player and defense play at the back. But once these guys get down the lane and get into the low post, very difficult for them to miss as Effa scores another field goal, 4 points in 1.5 minutes.
It's really interesting the depth that this Cameroon side have and how they are patient with that ball, supporting each other on both ends of the court. But fine finish there from Mwangale, Natalie.
It's a good baseline drive.
Veteran player for Kenya.
Alexander out to Effa. Effa wide open from the three, can't get it to fall. Ewodo gets that rebound. And Alexander with plenty of space and time to set things up. Floats the pass into Effa. And Mwangale really just doing her best to
She always
slow
has
down those
good
post players.
eyes. She always has good eyes.
You can see
know.
that. She's coming all the way from the left side for the help defense and making it very difficult for those Cameroonian post players to operate. As soon as they bring that ball down, she's...
And that's what you need from, you know, as a team. You need everyone not to give excuses and say, you know, I'm a point guard, I should have been at the top. She's just coming in to say, hey, we got to stop them, whatever it takes, even if it means I get a foul or whatever it is that is called on the Kenyan team. She's ready to pay the price. And there we have it, Nadej Zuzu looking at the video review to see what could have happened. We have a replay there. Alexander Green looking for the option. Effa on the free throw. Didn't drop. Hands in the paint. Ewodo out to Alexander. Options. On the shot. And the ball ran out, but 1.3. That's what it showed. Nadej will tell us the final decision. She's talking to the table officials who are going to adjust the clock. They have adjusted it to 4.3 seconds on the clock. 4.3 seconds. And Cameroon have 4.3 seconds to make a play here. And Alexander Green on the outside looking for options. What's the plan? Out to Lonlak. Makes a jump shot into the paint, misses. Wanyama with the rebound, Mwangale with the outlet, and Melissa coming down the court with the ball.
has been looking a bit off with that jump shot. Oh, that was a nice kick to Owino. Owino again fakes the pass, tries to go up. This time the defense is not fooled. Cameroon stay with the possession, and Dulcie Fankam, who's about an inch taller than Owino, is going to make sure that the bigs don't operate too easily in the paint. Effa, spin move, fade away.
Oh,
can't get it to go.
Spin moves in this game. Hello.
That's a nice long pass. It's too hard off the glass. Melissa Otieno just couldn't finish it. And those are the plays that Kenya have to convert on if they want to make sure that this lead does not get out of hand. Lonlak fouled on her way to the basket. And she got a bump from Wangale, who,
I mean, if you have ever played against Mwangale, you know that coming up against her is not easy. It's not exactly easy
she
when
is
you
very
bounce off
strong.
her. She's a very strong woman.
Strong, that's going to be her third personal foul, as Cameroon now have a 9-point lead. Lonlak still at the line. Can't convert that one. This is now the biggest lead that Cameroon has had so far in this game. Reynolds fighting to get to the hoop.
She seemed like she didn't see help her way, and that's something that the Lionesses have to work on. When your teammate drives in like that, open up, call up for that help.
Frankam, how do you stop her when she's in that low post? It's the sweet spot for the entire front court of Cameroon. And the recent transfer to University of South Florida is going to go to the line.
Well, Melissa tried to put her hands up, but as you know, always, when you move or the hands are bent over, then it's a foul.
So you have to be straight up like a tree.
You have to be straight up like a tree.
Got it.
And we've seen this on 2 back-to-back situations where the guards, the Kenyan guards, find that is something they need to address as a team. And seeing Vilma now and Masi on court, I think that they have to talk.
Mercy Wanyama at the elbow. Owino fighting for that rebound. She's definitely going to take that and just couldn't arc it enough. Here comes Alexandra and Cameroon. It's an 11-point lead now for Cameroon. Kenya is third quarter. Lonlak can't make it happen.
Defending Funkam, she has to find a solution. She needs help, and one of the guards needs to be able to help her drop down. The minute Funkam gets the
side defense play in the back in case they try and lob it in. But that's just me. I'm not Kenya's coach. Let's head into the timeout and hear what Coach Mayenge has to say.
Let the pass to give a pass, Melissa.
Box players. Guys, remember to box out all the time. We're not boxing out. They're getting second shots. Power. Let's go. Box out.
The message is loud and clear. Box out. And that brings us to what you were saying earlier, to front Funkam and try to make sure that she doesn't get the ball. But it's a little bit tricky because when you look at Vilma, she's slightly shorter than Funkam, who could get an advantage if she's fronted.
I tell you, there are very few players who can lob the ball into the low post when you have even a person who's an inch shorter than you. If they're standing in front of you and have their hands up, there are very few players who are able to time that lob exactly where it doesn't end up being a turnover.
Does bounce pass mean anything to you in this case?
No.
Well, let's see how the Lionesses are going to implement the instructions. And there it is. Ahmed Njoya cheerleading his team on. Kenya, there's the ball. Vilma to the paint. Rose Oma posting, strong there. Too many hands in the paint. She loses the ball. And Alexandra Green leading the Cameroon onslaught.
Well, they have extended this lead by a good chunk, 14 points, and we've seen it over and over again. It's the third time in a row Fancam knows it's a sweet spot, and that tips her over to double-double land.
I mean, look at how easy that looked.
Look at that replay, you see? If Velma had taken 2 steps towards the ball.
Velma was caught out. I think she needs to rest because she's not thinking straight in this exact moment, because she was late, and I don't know, was she looking at the basket? Because if she was looking at the basket, she needed to protect the basket, and Fancam had all that space.
Well, Fancam is now have a double-double here in the third quarter, 12 points, 11 rebounds. That's a nice find for Mercy Wanyama, coming from Rose Ouma, Kenya captain.
I needed you to speak about the assist, the pass from Ouma. That was brilliant. That was beautiful. Beautiful to see.
It was a good read from her. And now Lonlac working her way to the hoop. Ramses Lonlac.
Captain fantastic. She's arrived in the game. She's found her rhythm. She's looking good. And obviously the double-double that you pointed out earlier.
Mercy Wanyama way short on that shot, and she just couldn't get it up and over the long arms of Dulcie Fancam.
You're talking about Fancam. She has the best efficiency in this game, 19 so far, and you have to give it up to her. 12 points, 11 rebounds. Beautiful to see. And the referee calls a foul on Mercy Wanyama. Effa is the beneficiary here, and the referee will have a word with Mercy Wanyama. He's telling her to calm down, easy, or she will get an unsportsman call.
RESPECT is what the referees demand from the players. It's not too hard to give, but you can tell that Wanyama is frustrated. She has been leading the team in scoring and rebounding, and right now Kenya in a slump in this third quarter. Historically, Kenya have actually struggled with third quarters. I don't know if it's the warming, I don't know if it's something to do with the mentality, but they have had a long history of really kind of slumping in terms of energy and flow in the third quarter. But again, 4 minutes, 14 seconds left to go. It's plenty of time to turn this game around.
I mean, when you say that, are you saying that so that you avoid me asking you what is the problem?
You can ask me
because
what the problem.
now I can ask you, what is the problem?
I don't know.
Yeah, but you are Kenyan.
It's just a curse.
A former Kenyan captain. You should have the answer.
Maybe it has something to do with the way the team warms up coming into the third quarter. I think an intense warm-up allows your blood to flow and get your brain kind of going. So you're not using the third quarter to warm up again like you did at the top of the game.
That's understandable, and I think it is something they need to address, because from where I come from, Kenyan teams are always intense. So to not see that intensity in this game so far, I feel that there's something lacking, and they really need to address it. And it's not for lack of leadership. There's so many leaders on that court. Rose herself as the captain, Melissa as the other captain of the team. I think that they're going to wake up and find their rhythm.
Alexandra kicks it out to Eduardo. Yes!
Beautiful!
Eduardo knocks down the long distance three. We knew she would do it.
Smooth as ever. Eduardo, that is the kind of, finishing she brings to this Cameroonian side. And the fans, they love to see it. They really love to see it.
They do. When you heard that the murmur as they saw her, get in position and set things up, they knew something sweet was about to happen. And Cameroon playing well with the fans here. Effa gets the ball back to Alexandra. Alexandra to Fancam. Fancam in that post. Hook move, too short. And now it is a 20-point lead, but take a look at that replay.
Amazing.
She is so comfortable from the three-point area. Plants her feet, sets it up.
She just needs to square up and it's game over. She's the kind of player you need for a last minute or last second buzzer shot. And look at Fankam, very athletic.
Brenda Wasuda with an unforced turnover, and you could see she lacked the confidence to just go to the hoop, which would have been her best option. Effa into Fankam. We know what Fankam does in the paint. It's either a foul or a basket. And Fankam has been shooting very well from the free throw.
Looking at the Cameroon coach, Ahmed Joya, explaining to Weleji and Koyok, who are coming on for Alexander Green, and Lonlak. That is a great substitution. Two players who've done an incredible job getting their time on the bench to rest before they can come back for a the fourth quarter.
13 points for Fankam.
I mean, this is so incredible. When you look at how Cameroon have three players already in double digits, you have Effa with 12, Ewodo with 13, and Fankam with 13 and 11 rebounds. Incredible. But the points difference, Cameroon are running away with this one.
They really are.
Or do you think that Kenya have it in them to come back and perhaps cause an upset here?
It will take a whole lot, and I'm not seeing that kind of energy here. I mean, Cameroon really have the momentum. I see a three-point attempt from Ouma, but look at that, homegrown talent, exported international waters, coming back home to make her country proud. Merveille and Koyok.
I mean, Koyok playing in front of a home crowd, there's absolutely nothing that beats that. And even though you could have been a toddler when Kenya hosted the 1993 AfroBasket for the men, perhaps one day you'll experience that. Beautiful from Koyok, fast break there. Intentional on the glass, easy, and 2 points for the hosts.
Kenya have allowed Cameroon to get away with this one as Otieno, ball rolls in and out. Great block from number 3, Ngukwog. And she knows what she did. Great rim protector.
You know, you need players like that who, they may not necessarily score so many points, but the presence in the paint, the fighting spirit is what Silatsa is bringing to this Cameroonian side.
There's a great defensive play from Silatsa.
Kind of sounds like Silale.
No, I'm gonna say that's a no.
Silale, Silatsa.
Can't get the first one to go.
And obviously Gecko walking up to her and saying, yo, concentrate, focus, let's get that in. Misses the second one as well. Christina Kenya with the rebound. Outlet to Victoria Reynolds. Calls for a play. Tells Victoria to pull out. And there it is, Masi Wanyama. The dagger. Three-pointer. Clean, nice, swish.
It was actually a 2 points.
Oh, really?
And that puts her up to 12 points. But she is really showing her versatility, her ability to perform inside the paint and beyond. Just about 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Wangala decides to take the shot. It's a bit too short. Here comes Koyok, pride of Cameroon. Gets it to Salatsa. Salatsa with the hesitation. Fake finger roll. Salatsa is feeling it. She has that bounce in her step. She's enjoying the game.
She's enjoying the game, and that's the thing about, you know, rhythm. When you play good offense, then you play good defense, or the other way around. Like, it feeds off of the other, and it's working for her so far.
Kenya now starting to look like they're collapsing. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Brenda Wasuda misses the hoop and the backboard. And that will take us to the bottom of third. Establishing themselves as the better team, crept away to a over 20-point lead. 65 to Kenya, 39 points.
I mean, Kenya must really feel terrible after that third. Masi Wanyama use Velma. We know easy it is for her to score in the paint. Cameroon have understood that. Natalie Mwangale doing great. Off the glass, very good finish.
From beyond the arc.
I mean, when you have a player like that who can score behind the arc, and it's good for her to shooting gun like right now, beginning tournament, and also give the fans something to write home about, and the media who are here in big numbers. And looking at this amazing fan and his outfit.
Lovely.
I mean, if I wasn't in this commentary position, I am 100% sure I would be right next to him, dancing, celebrating.
Would you wear the outfit too?
Absolutely. With the paint, you know.
The wig?
I'm not sure about the wig. But you gotta love it. That is what, you know, he brings color to the tournament, the way that he's cheerleading and supporting these girls who are making Cameroon proud.
No, you really love to see it. You really love to see it. And we are getting ready to get it to the final quarter of this game. Captain Lonlac and Cameroon looking to close this one out for good.
And there you see on the bench Effa and Funkam resting after a good day's work. Perhaps they'll be back some point in the last quarter, but for now it is Ngeko in the paint alongside Silatsa.
New York will earn a trip to the charity stripe. Kenya with an early foul just within 10 seconds of play. And I imagine that Coach Ahmed Joya is very happy about the turnout of events in this game.
I mean, when you're the coach of a team that is playing at home, that is quite obvious. But now that he has that pressure off of him, even though the game is not yet done, he knows that everything is in his favor at this point. He just needs to close out the game And that obviously includes having the right players on court until the final buzzer.
We have game stoppage. The ball goes to Cameroon. New York will inbound. Hermine rejected by Christine Akinyi. That was good defense from Akinyi. And Kenya really gonna have to put on the scoring power to cut down this significant lead by Cameroon. Akinyi is fouled on the floor. They'll call it on Koyok. Take a look at the replay there. There's a bit too much reach from Koyok, who's matched up with Mwangale.
But the effort also from Mwangale, she's so intense, and I love to see it.
Yes, I love her leadership and her wanting the ball. Celine Okumu, step back.
That was short, you know, few inches short. And it's something we've been talking about, that really Kenya need to go to the basket, like go to the basket, rich, you know, because the shots, they're not dropping. So forcing them is not really helping the offense.
It's like you said, Usher, Kenya have to do the things that work, and right now those shots are not working. So what is the next thing that they need to do? As we said before, they just need to play their game. Gecko kicks it out to Koyok. Koyok can't finish. Big rebound by Salatsa. She could connect on that. Here comes Mwangale and Kenya with 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in the fourth. Toria Reynolds, quiet night for her, almost loses the ball. Lonlack giving her that sticky defense. Makes it very tough for Reynolds to score. And now see Latza with a Euro step, and she is fouled on the floor by Christine Akinyi. Taking a look at that replay. I think coach wanted her to go all the way with it instead of give the pass to Hermine.
But to be honest, she made the right, you know, call, because she had two people defending her and Ngeko was free. So, wow, she makes it count.
18-point game. And we had predicted a close matchup, and indeed it was close in the first half, as we see Gecko fighting her way in the paint. She draws the foul. Excuse me, 28-point lead. And with 8 minutes and 32 seconds to go, really, there's not much Kenya can do. But just try and work on the things that matter. Mercy Wanyama with her fourth foul. One more and she'll have to have a seat. And she has been active for the Lionesses with 12 points and 7 rebounds, but it's not been enough. And Hermine has been getting it done on both ends of the floor. Cameroon now get the possession back. And you said it earlier, Usher, you see Ewodo and Dulcie Fankam having a seat in the bench. When you have a lead that's this big, you can afford to get your star players some breathing time.
Exactly, because you need them to play in the next game with fresh legs.
They're not going to call that shot. Mercy Wanyama took one step too many. She was trying to bump her defender and do the fadeaway. You could take a look at that replay. Yes.
Yeah, that was a walk. That was a walk.
It was indeed.
You know, sometimes the mind tells you something and the body does something else.
Ball goes back into Kenya's possession. They're going to call an offensive foul on the floor. I'll take a look at that replay. Yes, an off the ball foul on Ngeko. It's a bit too physical against Kenya's Otieno. Otieno kills the dribble, gets it to Wanyama. Wanyama gets it to Mwangale. Mwangale fires. Can't get it to go. Wanyama with the offensive rebound. Gets it to Otieno. Otieno can't get the ball in the hands of her players. And Salatsa.
She is fierce. My God. The energy with which she drove into that paint. Wow. Very powerful. And that's the thing about Cameroonian teams, that they always have energy and that consistency, because it is the fourth quarter and you'd think that she's tired. But no, she's not tired. She's ready to fight until the end. Look at that replay.
Salatsa has been putting in the work and getting it done.
That's right. And now she goes to the line, misses the first one. Salatsa breathes in, deep breath. Let's see if she can shoot. Misses the second one.
29-point lead for Cameroon.
And look who's back. Eduardo comes on for Lonlak. And the crowd is cheerleading, because before they go home, they need something, anything from her. Let's see if she can deliver. And Kenya know now to defend her. Ngeko passes the ball to Alexandra Green, back to Ngeko, back to Green. Looks for options, good steal by Mwangale, fast break, easy two. And Kenya finally score after a very long time. 41 points for the East African champions.
Mwangale has those quick hands, so if you give a slow or sloppy pass, she will make you pay for it. As Ewodo can't get that three-point shot to go. Kenya have really struggled in this quarter. Salatsa can't get that one to go. Otieno with the rebound, and she's gonna push it. Then bring it back out. Christina Kinyi decides to go all the way. Not enough arc on that shot. And Cameroon are gonna slow it down and do a set offense. Alexandra out to Ewodo. Ewodo gets it into the post. Natalie Akinyi almost getting away with that one. Alexandra Green to Salatsa. No! Just before the shot clock winds down, but they just can't connect on that. Christina Kinyi, how she catches those passes is forever a mystery to me. But she plays netball, Usher, and you know
exactly. I was about to say that. The way that she jumps and receives the ball is absolute netball technique, and you have to give it up to her for that skill. Selena Kumu comes down the ball, drives in, fouled by Salatsa, and it is shooting two for Celine Okumu.
Selena Kumu is known for the way she slashes through the defense to get to the hoop. A timeout has been called on the floor by Coach Ahmed Njoya. Some adjustments he's going to make as they have a seat. Let's listen in to what he has to say. But before that, let's take a look at some of the replays here. Christina Kinyi, the netball player. Very
Joya
impressive.
asking for that timeout. Very, very important. Let's hear what he has to say.
Maillot, d'accord? Maillot, ici, il faut porter l'écran plus dans cette zone-là. Pour que quand tu viens ici, Alex, if you are here, and go there, she come here, and then you back. Right? Then you back. But if you stay here, she don't move. Okay, you gotta move here, she come, and then you pass, and boom, you back. L'autre chose, c'est le premier qui fait le grand, qui doit venir à la ligne de fond.
On y va les filles!
Defense, go!
Puis on les exécute.
An extremely low-scoring fourth quarter. We're just about halfway through it, and neither side has scored more than 5 points. But that is compounded with the offensive struggles that Kenya had in the third quarter. They only had 6 points in that one, and I think that's really why you see the scoreline is the way it is.
Well, obviously, you talk about Kenya, but Cameroon also have to check themselves and how complacent they've become in this game. In this fourth quarter, they'll be looking to make some changes, and now you can see that Coach Njoya has brought back Ngeko. You have Effa, Weleji, Alexander Green, and Ewodo to make that fourth quarter entertaining perhaps, but also to seal out this victory for the home side.
Kumu giving Alexandra some ball pressure from the halfway line. Alexandra, it's a nice defensive play. Melissa Otieno almost losing it. Wangale, yes! Nothing but net, Natalie Wangale.
That was a beautiful finish from Wangale, who's been giving everything in this game on both ends of the court.
Question is, will that three-point shot inject some energy into the Kenya squad, who was trailing by a large margin? Marina Ewodo getting it done.
So
Beyond
Ewodo
the arc.
is not just shooting behind the arc,
That's what I'm
she
saying.
is doing everything. Look at the drive, powerful, good finish despite the foul. And let's see if she can complete that three-point play. 70 for Cameroon and 46 for Kenya, with 4 minutes 36 seconds to play in the last quarter of this game.
Marina Ewodo currently playing the top flight league in France with Saint-Amand Hainaut.
And speaking about France, the head coach of Cameroon himself, an assistant coach for Basket Latte Montpellier Association, and now ready to lead his side, his home country, after being an assistant coach at the 2019 edition.
Water with the rebound. Wangale, one-on-one. Tries to get to Melissa Otieno, too hard. And Melissa Otieno telling her to walk it off. I know Wangale is so frustrated.
She is frustrated, and it was very important for Melissa to tell her, let's go, you know, because that's the thing about basketball. You have to move on. Funkam is back. A nightmare for the Kenyan defense.
They just don't have any answer for her. She is playing at, look at her dancing at the free throw line. She is going wherever she wants to go and doing whatever she wants to do.
So be it Velma, be it Massey, and Wanyama has been substituted. And here you are, the crowd cheering for Josiane Tietchu.
She must be one of the home-based players.
She is one of the home-based players, and there's a whole fan club excited to see her come on.
Definitely love to see it as Fancam knocks down that first free throw. And Ducey Fancam was ranked 3rd in Cameroon coming out of high school, went on to play at the University of Memphis, and then became one of the most highly sought-after student athletes in the NCAA Women's Basketball Transfer Portal. Christina Kinyi. And here we have Josiane trying to make things happen.
That was a very beautiful pass from Josiane. The crowd just can't wait to see her deliver. And foul from Efa on Mwangale, who drops that basket there and will be heading to the free throw line. There's a replay of Mwangale giving everything. By the time she goes to the hotel tonight, she will for sure be proud of her efforts and how much she's given to this game. And it is a three-point play. Josiane with the pass to Weleji, back to Josiane. And the crowd is excited.
Yeah, they're gonna call a walk on Weleji Sendra, former player for Princeton University, now in marketing. So you could say basketball is a hobby for her. For a hobby, she is extremely talented.
It is a great sporting family. And that's the beauty about basketball players across the world. They can multitask. They don't just play the game of basketball, but as student athletes, they do well in class, graduate, still able to work 2 jobs, you know, play basketball and also do what they love. And obviously, as a Princeton graduate, that says so much about, you know, her skills.
Josiane now with the ball. I don't know if you saw that, Usher, but there's a whole section of the gym with Josiane, green Josiane t-shirts.
Exactly, they came early into the into the arena, and you can be excited wearing her jersey number 66. It is incredible to see this much. Also for women's basketball, I remember seeing the same with Fatou Diane, a debutant for the Senegalese team in Dakar 2 years ago. And to see this also here in Cameroon, it just speaks about the quality of the fans. And there it is, the rebounds by Kota. Cameroon have been absolutely fantastic. 50 rebounds as compared to Kenya's 36 in this game. Out-muscled. The big girls of Kenya have to correct that in the coming games. Velma, Masi Wanyama, Brenda Adiambo, they have to make sure that they come together and find solutions. And obviously not just for the bigs, but also, you know, everyone to box out and see how they can, you know, continue in this tournament. And obviously Masi Wanyama with the double-double there. 12 points and 10 rebounds.
She's one of those players who just remains consistent in games. Very valuable player for Team Lioness, Celine Okumu now. Not sure what the attempt was there, but I think she's trying to shoot a 3. Tough move. very difficult to finish, but we have the rebound, and now Eka gets it out to Josiane, the star. Favorite player. We have a nice dribble J from Victorine Doli. As you can see, Coach Ahmed going deep into the bench now, making sure that everyone gets a few minutes of playing time.
And obviously for Josiane, that goes down into the books as her first assist at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2021.
A minute 25 seconds left to go in this game. It is the third game of the day. Still have one more game later. Nigeria will be playing Mozambique.
I feel like you should say that again.
Nigeria will be playing Mozambique, and Usher believes it's going to be the most exciting matchup of the day. It's a tough group, Group B, Nigeria, Angola, and Mozambique.
It is a group of death.
The group of death indeed. In this group, Kenya and Cameroon are together with Cape Verde. And Kenya will play Cape Verde tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night, actually, will be the last game of the day. As Josiane now commanding the floor. Is she going to go all the way? Yes, she is! No, she can't just finish it. Big rebound from Eka, but she's surrounded by Kenya's defenders, and now Otieno is going to try and take it all the way. Rejected by Koyok.
The Josiane club is on their feet. They cannot believe the action and what they're watching. And the cameraman almost went off.
Big rebound, Koyok. Josiane now brings the ball up. Gets it out to Silatsa. Silatsa short on that one.
Eka with a good rebound. She's always driving in to, you know, get that rebound.
She is indeed. Selena Kumu tries to take it all the way. It's slapped away by Silatsa, who is hardly breaking a sweat despite playing very heavy minutes in this game.
Well, Silatsa is a proper athlete, you know. It speaks about her fitness levels because she's been doing all the hard work in there in the paint, both on offense and defense.
Otieno off target. Silatsa with the rebound. And with 15 seconds left before we call this a game, Josiane, the fan favorite, with the ball. I'm sure the fans would love to see a shot from her, but no, it's a behind the back pass to Silatsa. She's fouled from behind and will go to the free throw line to get Cameroon these last points before the end of the game.
I am so impressed with the Josiane club. It is such a beautiful thing to see. Well, Silatsa on the line, misses. She really needs to get scoring every time she goes to the free throw line.
Misses both free throws. And that will take us to the end of the third game today in Yaoundé, Cameroon for the AfroBasket. Cameroon 74, Kenya 50 points. And it was a close matchup until the third quarter. And Cameroon jumped on a different train and went off into the distance. Kenya just simply could not recover. And the hosts have already secured their spot into the qualification to quarterfinals round. Will they be able to top their group against Cape Verde and Kenya? Only time will tell, but those are some of the stats on your screen there. Cameroon shot an impressive 29% from 3 points, and Kenya unable to really get active from that place. But look at that, 58 rebounds for Cameroon against Kenya's 39. Ewodo led this game with 16, but she was followed very closely by Dulcie Fankam, 15 points. And really, the front court were absolutely dominating in this particular matchup. Usher, what stood out to you the most about this game?
Well, obviously that the hosts managed to get themselves into the good books with their fans, but also being a very young team with just 3 players that have ever played at the AfroBasket. So debutants basically doing the job, being consistent, listening to what the coach tells them, and eventually it paid off. So it's always also very good, when the host team wins their very first game. It speaks to the level of preparation, but very sad for Kenya, who were Zone 5 winners and starting slowly. I remember they also lost their first game in the Zone 5 qualifiers in Kigali, but let's see what happens in the next games. And also really a revelation of some new faces in African basketball. Now here you have Ewodo and Josiane that will not be forgotten by the fans here in the stadium.
I can see them carefully folding up the Josiane poster, making sure that it's ready for the next matchup for Cameroon. They'll have a rest day tomorrow and then face Cape Verde on Monday. But Kenya put on a good show. We saw some good moments of brilliance for Kenya, but the consistency just wasn't there coming into the third quarter. We saw them very evenly matched with Cameroon, but they allowed Cameroon's key players, including Marina Ewodo, to really get to where they wanted to go, do what they wanted to do, and they just weren't able to make those defensive adjustments to slow down. Again, extremely low scoring fourth quarter for both sides, but also a very low scoring quarter for Kenya in the third, and I think that's really where Cameroon ran away with it, Usher.
Well, yes, obviously, as we said earlier today about third quarters and how they determine the eventual result of a game, we saw that Kenya ran out of gas, and that is something that they need to look into. Well, obviously, you have the table standings for Group A. Cameroon, the hosts, with 2 points, leading Kenya with 1 point in second position, and Cape Verde, who are yet to play in this tournament. They play tomorrow, and they will be hoping to get that victory in there.
Hosts Cameroon with their first win of the tournament, 74 to Kenya's 50 points.